Hi, I'm Stephanie Burnick, and one of the main topics that appealed to me throughout this course was learning about the history surrounding some of the most important findings and breakthroughs within epidemiology. For example, learning about some of the most notable diseases that led to vaccines or contributed to high mortality and morbidity rates that also accompanied treatments that were found to combat diseases was particularly interesting because they provided the foundation for the rest of the coursework that we completed throughout the semester, and understanding why the other content that was found within our textbook was even relevant and how it plays a role in advancing healthcare and contributing to overall wellness for the general population. In fact, one of the most notable pandemics within the history of epidemiology was that of the Black Death, where the spread of disease and bacteria led to one of the highest mortality rates that was seen in history. And seeing how this information related to the COVID pandemic from just a couple years ago showcased the need and vitality of the study of epidemiology to begin with. So, personally, learning about the major historical events within the realm of epidemiology was my favorite topic to learn this semester. And a lot of that came from our work with the textbook and creating those weekly chapter questions each week that we submitted. And we saw a lot of that information on our exams as well. Aha moments in the class this semester. I would say my aha moments came from work on the course project. My topic was antimicrobial resistance, and learning more about public efforts and how, as health educators, we can aid in the fight against antimicrobial resistance was also important, but identifying the root cause and source of their use in animal livestock and the overprescription of certain antibiotics that leads to their resistance was interesting to me. So doing that research and finding out more information about that I didn't previously know about was a real aha moment for me, and seeing how important epidemiology is to overall health for the general population. It was also amazing to see alternative options and approaches that are already being implemented within public health that help combat antimicrobial resistance. And some of that impact comes from the role of AI in healthcare, which I wouldn't have thought of before if we didn't have that on this assignment. And within our literature review, seeing those approaches and the research that's going into that was really exciting to see just how far advancements in healthcare and health promotion can come as AI is used as an advantageous tool to aid the work of professionals rather than taking over the role of professionals. Other things about the class that appealed to me, I really appreciated Dr. James' weekly motivations. They really appealed to me, being able to take a step back from my work, just see any motivations like the Sunday habits, or taking a moment back to see how you can motivate yourself or find a daily task to do that is just for you, rather outside of schoolwork or your job or your family obligations, anything like that. I also appreciated being able to work on a course project with a topic that was interesting to me. I've always found the topic of antimicrobial resistance appealing, so being able to do more research into that was exciting. I also like the training modules that we completed throughout the semester because it allowed a little bit more of that practical application in epidemiology that you don't really get to do a lot with online courses. So being able to do that and finding topics that were relevant to healthcare and health promotion was exciting. But I'm glad to have finished the semester out with you guys. Have a great day.